21 and married, and I regret it. One of my biggest regrets in my life is getting married at 21 years old. Now, I'm not saying I regret the person that I married. Absolutely not. But getting married that young, absolutely. And to be honest, I was a baby. I was a baby. For you to get married that young and think you have life figured out, and to have people around you who've been married for years and they not step in and tell you, hey, wait, maybe you don't do that. To me, they did not. That's not setting you up for success. Let me slow down. Let me rewind. So again, I made this commitment just to post. I'm going through some things. My life is good, but I am going through things. But I decided each and every day I want to just drop content to encourage the brothers. And if some sisters get encouraged, then okay, I'm just being transparent about my life. I got married at a young age. When I seen my wife, I knew that was my wife. No doubt about it. I knew God told me, hey, this woman is for you. But here's the thing. We always hear, oh, when a man's finds a wife, he finds a good thing. That's right. That's true. But the Bible don't say when you find your wife, when you first see her, you have to make her your wife the next day. It does not say that. So I want to say, if you're young, before you decide to get married, date, learn each other. Ask her about her mother. Ask him about his upbringing. Do you have any trauma from your parents? What did you see growing up? Don't allow people around you to make you feel bad because y'all was having sex and now they want to use religion. You better get married. We already had sex. Why would you set your child up for failure by telling them to jump in something if you're not willing to teach them about it? Come on now. And I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. When you get young and when you get married young and you don't know yourself, it's danger connected to that. It's dangerous. I regret not knowing myself. That's what went wrong. I really didn't even know who I was. I got married and I didn't even know how I was going to provide for myself. And then I took on another human. Not only did I take on another human, 8 months later, we was expecting our first child, my beautiful daughter. I don't regret none of that, but I do regret the fact that I didn't take it slower to learn who I was so I could be a better man for her and my family. Because the thing is, what you don't heal will reveal itself later down the line. If you're not healed in certain areas of your life as a man and you take on this woman, this covenant, it's going to pour out later on down the line when you're married. If you don't know how to control your temper, but you know how to control your temper when you want something around her, so you only control it because you want something from her, when you get tired of having sex with her, when you get tired of having sex, that temper is going to come out. But what you going to do then, because now you're married, if you don't learn your traumas, if you don't learn yourself before you take on someone else, it's going to show up in the long run. I'm not discouraging you to not get married, because I remember when I made the announcement that my wife and I was going to get married, a lot of people was like, well, you too young. You too young. Why y'all getting married? But they was just saying that. They didn't break it down. That's like when mama used to say, oh, you can't wait to move out? Okay, you'll see. Let me know. I used to always say, I can't wait to turn 18 so I can move out. My mama used to be like, okay, you'll see. Let me know what I will see. I will see that you're going to have mortgage. You're going to have responsibility. You're going to have bills. Tell me why. So people was telling us, oh, we're too young, but they did not tell us why we was too young. They didn't tell us why we was too young. So we got married. We got married at this young age, and I ain't know who I was. So I'm not discouraging you not to get married, but what I am saying is learn who you are, because people were saying you're too young to be married, and that's where I was going. They kept saying you're too young to get married, and in my mind, I was thinking, well, I'm not too young to go to hell. I'm out here having sex. I'm making grown man decisions at this age. I mean, we doing grown people business, but I'm too young for marriage? No. I felt like the Lord said, hey, this is your wife. Put a ring on it. And that's what I did. So my regret isn't the person. My regret is the person who I was at that time. I wasn't even man enough to say, Leon, you're not ready to become a husband. Foolish. I wasn't even man enough to say, wait, bro, date a little longer. You can get engaged. Be engaged for a year or so. Don't let family influence you. Don't let her family. Don't let your family. Don't let nobody influence you. If you know you're not ready yet. Bro, you talking about taking on another person. You're talking about being the sole provider for a household. When you say, hey, I want to marry this person young. And sometimes, let's be real, fellas, we horny. It's not love, it's lust. That wasn't my situation, but it played a role into it. I'm out here horny and we having sex in the park. We having sex in the back seat. We getting it in. And that's why I want to teach my sons, bro, value yourself enough to wait for the sex. Get to know the person you laying down with before you lay down with them. Not saying that's my situation, but I'm just being real. Because the moment you put sex in it now, you don't know if it's love or lust. You don't know if you just want to hit something or you really love that person. So I regret it. This is one of my biggest regrets. I wasn't man enough to say, man, stop. So over 13 years, over the 12 years being married, the ups and the downs. And then you start seeing things like, man, if we would have worked on that sooner in the dating season, we may have been a little better. If we would have worked on those things, if we would have talked about some things, if I would have asked her, hey, how's your relationship with your mother? How did your father parent you? What's your definition of a man? What does that look like? What did you see growing up? What are some traumas? Nah, I'm talking about what's your favorite position? When you about to come over? When can I hit? So we did that first, right? We did those things first. We got it in first. We had sex first. We doing all that. And then after sex, oh, let me get to know you. And how many, talk to me, brothers, how many men do that? We gonna hit it first and then, oh, let me get to know you. But what if we slowed down a minute and got to know them first? Got to know them first and then got intimate. I would have saved myself headache, pain, loss, money. Because the truth is, if y'all date, you may see, this person really not for me. And again, I'm not saying that was my situation, but young man, that young brother who's thinking love at first sight, that's good, man. That's good. And I'm happy for you. I'm not no dude who gonna hate, none of that. All I'm saying is, bro, take your time and be intentional with the time you have with each other. Because down the line, 10 years later, you can be up here or you can be starting over. It can be love or it can be hate. It can be thriving or it can be suffering. It can be in love or it can be cheating. What you do now matters. How you cultivate her, how you communicate to her, how you care for her now, that matters. And guess what? What she do for you now matters as well. I'm going to teach my sons, bro, yes, we are providers. Yes, we provide. But that woman got to provide in some aspect for you too. That woman has to provide mentally for you too. But I'm raising young men who's going to have it together in here. But I want them to meet a woman that knows how to pour. She knows how to pour and nurture my son as well when he's going through things. I want it to be boundaries. See, these are things I wasn't talking about. We didn't ask, hey, what's your boundary? What's off limit for you? What can we not say to each other? What's that line that just cannot be crossed? If you say this, I ain't gonna ever forgive you. What is that? Because I don't believe love has to be a struggle. Love don't have to be a struggle if you have teachers that's helping you. Love don't have to be a struggle if you have people that set you up in the beginning. My biggest regret is getting married at 21 years old. 'Cause I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was. I'm still trying to heal. And again, y'all, I know I'm talking, but I pray this is helping somebody. Because as I'm on my healing journey, I'm taking y'all along with me. I'm taking you brothers along with me. So every comment you write, bro, I need it. Like every comment you're writing, it does good. So you have to cultivate her, man. You can't rush it. And I guess that's I guess that's the point I'm trying to get at. Don't rush it. It said forever. If it's forever, it's gonna be forever, right? Why are we rushing that? We don't have to rush. If y'all gonna get married, you're gonna get married. Don't rush it. Take time to know that person. Because man, when it get bad, what you gonna do? When it get bad, what you gonna do? You gonna flee? You gonna fight? You gonna stay there? You gonna pray? You gonna surrender? What is it that you gonna do? And I think that's what we're not teaching. We're not teaching that. We talking about when a man find a wife. Okay, I found you. Do it mean the same day I gotta marry you? The same day I have to marry you. I found you on Monday. Now it's Tuesday. And I have to marry you. Take your time, young man. This may be confirmation. It may be some sisters watching this. Take your time. Take your time. Marriage is real. Marriage is sacred. Marriage is a covenant between you, your spouse, and God. And if I knew what I knew now, man, I would do stuff differently. But I don't live in what if. I live in the reality of this is what happened in my situation. But if I can encourage somebody, if I can pour into somebody to be better than I was, be better than my situation. And watch this, don't let people idolize what you have going on. We got married young and everybody, oh, we proud of y'all, this and that. You don't know what's going on behind these doors. You don't know the background story. You don't know what we dealing with. You don't know how we fighting. You don't know how we get into it. You see what we show you. Just say, hey, I'm praying for you. I'm not your relationship goal because I'm trying to figure out relationship. So again, man, I don't know it all. I don't pretend to be. I'm not on here pretending that I know anything. I'm on here just sharing lessons that I've learned in my life. And I hope if this encourages you, you will join, you will leave a comment, and you will subscribe, bro. I need to read y'all comments. It helped me keep going as I'm trying to help you keep going. Reciprocate. Pour into me, I pour into you. Brotherly love. I love y'all.